Welcome to the Small Business Spotlight, brought to you this week by Oshi, where you can earn Bitcoin rewards by supporting local businesses. Today, we're talking to Nicole and Adam, who are the owners of Clara and Fritz Tallow Shop. So I'm interested to hear a little bit about Clara and Fritz. Could you share about the business?
So we sell moisturizers and lip balms made with beef tallow, which is the rendered beef suet from a cow. Sounds strange, but it actually works really well. It's really great for your skin, and people have had a lot of success with it. And we ship to every state in the US and also Canada.
And what's the story behind Clara and Fritz?
I started making my own tallow products for myself and my family because I had been using so-called clean products, but they weren't working very well. So most clean products on the market are plant-based, vegan, and they're marketed that way. And for me, it kind of exacerbated my skin conditions. I've struggled with acne my whole life. And I started using tallow on my skin after hearing about it probably a few years ago, and I was just floored by the results. And so coincidentally, I was also in a position where my kids were getting older. We homeschool, and I was at a point where I was ready to start a business. So I decided that that would be a great business to start because I just believed in the product so much.
So you talked a little bit about the value of tallow already for yourself. What do your customers find when it comes to the results they're seeing for their skin?
Same thing. A lot of people have come to me and told me that it has helped with skin conditions like eczema, which is amazing. Tallow just naturally has a lot of vitamins in it, and it's very similar to the structure of our own skin. And so when it absorbs into your skin, it just starts to heal it immediately, and you just get amazing results. And honestly, you could just buy a tub of tallow and put it on your face, and you would get the same result. I'm just here to make it fancy.
And it smells better too.
It smells better.
Could you share with us how you make the tallow fancy?
My process is that I melt it down after rendering it. You melt it down a second time, and I add a little bit of olive oil to it and essential oils for the ones that are scented, and they just smell good. And we have one called Clear Complexion that has essential oils that help with acne issues for people. And people have had a lot of success with that too.
The other thing is some of the products have beeswax in them as well. If it's like a lip balm has beeswax to kind of make it a little bit what you're normally used to when you have like a lip balm or something like that.
And is there a particular reason that tallow works well as a moisturizer?
The chemical makeup of it is similar to the oils that are already in our skin, because we're not plants, we're animals, right? So because it's just so compatible with our skin, it just heals the skin. It doesn't just sit on top.
And it's also great to be able to use all the beef, because we're big believers in meat as a healing agent kind of for people. And it's great to be able to use essentially what's kind of like a throwaway product for a lot of people, like that's like the cheapest part of the cow.
Yeah, it's food for your skin.
I like that way of thinking about it. So here's another question for you. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin?
Well, we have different thoughts on Bitcoin. He's a big Bitcoin guy. I'm definitely more of an analog kind of girl. So my attraction to Bitcoin is not the technology or, crypto in general. It's the fact that it's sound money. It's a very helpless feeling to know that your money is being inflated away. If you hold cash, the value of it goes down unless you invest it. You can't just hold it. And Bitcoin allows people to be in control of their own money and to be able to hold it without the fear that it's just going to disappear.
I got to meet the guys from Oshi a couple of years ago at Bitcoin 2021. So I've been in the Bitcoin space for quite a while now, probably since 2017. And we weren't really we were just, listening to podcasts, reading books, going to meetups. And there's like a natural blend between people who are doing things themselves, who are becoming more self-sufficient, who believe in free market economics and Bitcoin. So when we were able to integrate Bitcoin payments into our shop, most people don't do that. They don't want to spend their sats, but it's just another way for people to increase the Bitcoin economy, to show support for people who are in the sphere. And it's been really it's been really good for us. I mean, there's been some growing pains as far as the Bitcoin aspect integrated into the business is concerned, because, to be perfectly honest, Visa works really well, right? I mean, your credit cards work really well, but they don't work well for storing your value. So we're trying to get people onto that as much as possible. And Oshi allows us, for instance, to give people discounts for paying in Bitcoin. We've been really happy with that.
And what have your customers thought about Bitcoin since you've integrated it into your business?
So most people haven't been paying in Bitcoin. And it's funny because a lot of the people who buy our product are Bitcoiners, because I've been on Bitcoin Twitter for a long time. And so a lot of the people that I'm like online friends with, like I was giving them samples, like telling them about it, and they were really gracious. And that's the wonderful thing about the Bitcoin community. They're willing to help you out. And I was getting product packaging advice from people, from professionals, design advice for our packaging, and they've taken to it. And a lot of, as you I'm sure probably are aware, there's a big beef and Bitcoin overlap. And so a lot of people want to use this type of natural product. So it was a really natural fit for us. A lot of our customers are Bitcoiners, especially in the early days.
So Nicole, what's one of the products that you're really excited about these days?
Well, we do have a summer balm coming out next week. That is a tallow balm that has zinc oxide in it, so it offers sun protection without being a nasty chemical sunscreen. We also have gift sets available. So the gift set we have available on Oshi is a great starter to tallow. It has everything that you need to get started, and so we're really happy to be able to offer that. It's a big discount if you had bought everything individually.
Yeah, and she's been in the lab creating new things. We have some other products that are going to be coming out soon, which we're really excited about. It's a slow process for us because this is essentially her business that I somewhat help out with, but we're doing everything ourselves. It's packaging, shipping, writing little notes in each and every box.
And we have a lot of kids.
We have 4 kids that we homeschool, and I have a full-time job. So it's real, like we're bootstrapping this thing. So it's slow, but we are planning to expand various products coming up soon.
And that's a common story with small business owners. I'm curious about other small business owners that you might know. Are there any that you've been a big fan of recently?
My favorite small business is this farm near me. They're called Sickler's Circle View Farm. They have just been instrumental in getting people connected with their local food economy. And they're just the best people. They're using regenerative farming practices. We get all our beef and pork from them. I get some of our beef suet from them. So I just wanted to give them a shout out because they're really great.
Sickler's Circle View Farm, it's like our local farm close to us that cares about their beef, cares about the community. And so anytime we can support that type of business, we're really happy to do that.
And Nicole, where can people go to find out more about Clara and Fritz and the value of tallow-based products?
My website is claraandfritz.com, and I'm also on Twitter and Instagram.
Also, if you go to whatistallow.com, since I'm a digital marketer by trade, I had to grab that domain.
But yeah, if you go to whatistallow.com, you will get ported to my website.
All right, Nicole and Adam, thank you so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.